Hello everyone. In this video we'll see what is a three-way merge. In the previous session we have seen what exactly is a fast forward merge and why exactly we need a merge in Git. In this session we'll focus more on a three-way merge. So this merge is mostly used in a real-time scenario because we have a lot of branches and we have a lot of commits that has been done on all the branches. So three-way merge I can say is used on a day-to-day activity in a real-time project. So please take note of all the points that has been mentioned in this video. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe my channel and hit the like button. So as I told, there are two types of merge in Git, that is fast forward merge and three-way merge. A three-way merge is a typical merge that happens in a real-time project. So for instance, in this particular diagram, if you see, we have the main branch or the master branch over here, that's called the receiving branch. So this master branch is having some commits over here. So it is having 4 commits over here, that's shown in the green section. And at second commit, the user decides to create one branch out of it, that's called a dev branch. And in the dev branch, it has made 2 commits, that is on the blue section over here. Now if we do any merge operation in this case, that will be called a three-way merge. If these 2 blocks on the right hand side, that is this and this is not present, so only 2 are present with the file 1 and file 2 over here, the first 2, then in that case it would have been a fast forward merge. But since it has some commits after the last commit from where the branches was made, a new branch was made, in that case it becomes a three-way merge. So the process of doing this is like when we do a three-way merge, in this case a new commit is formed over here, somewhere over here, and this new commit that is formed over here will have a parent that will be will have 2 parents. In fact, that will be, one is this parent and one is this parent. That is the last parent of, that is the last commit of the master branch and the last commit of the dev branch. So the new image will be something like this. This commit will be a new commit shown in the diagram, and this commit will have 2 parents. One will be this parent and another will be this parent, and the master pointer will move from the last commit of master branch to this new commit over here, and head will point to this particular master branch. And this particular branch will be a branch that will be left out over here. You can delete it or keep it like that, it's up to the user. So this is how a three-way merge will work. So let's get started. So I will open my terminal, and as last video, we'll do all step one by one to make it very basic and very easy to all to understand. Just to do it in parallel, I'll also use my application called SourceTree to track all the changes that I'm doing it. So let's get started. I will go to my desktop and I will create one repo. So let's say I'm doing a repo called mkdir test repo. I'll go inside the repo and I will initialize a Git repository. So I'll say git init. So with this command, this particular repository is initialized over here under the folder called test repo. If I check, so you can see there is a folder called .git over here, which means a Git repository has been initialized. Now we'll start doing the changes. So I will start doing a change over here. So I'll quickly start creating files. So I will just create a file over here. So I'll do a operation called touch and I will type this. I will go inside the file by using a vi command, and I will use it in editor mode by doing escape, pressing I button and then typing the contents. I will say file1.txt is created, do escape, semicolon, wq and hit enter. So this file is saved. If I see the status, it will say it is untracked. I will track it by adding it to the staging area by doing git add file1, and then I'll do git commit and the commit message that file1.txt is committed. So you can see it is created over here. So I'll do one thing, I will just start making a note of this. So rather than doing this, I will just keep a note of this over here. So I will just type the hash that is generated over here, that is this one over here, and just format it. So this is the hash for the first commit. Now we'll do another commit. I will simply type the command again, file2.txt, and I will do it again by editing it, and again I will use the same thing, like I'll type file2.txt, type file2.txt is created. So file2.txt is created. Again I'll do git status, and you can see it is untracked. Again git add 2.txt, git commit, so just on record. So this is also committed, and this is the SHA-1 hash. I'll copy it here, make it as 40. So this is the SHA-1 hash of that. So I'll open this particular repository in source tree also. So I will just quickly go in there and I will see it here. So you can see now this is the current state. So we have created one file over here, that is file1.txt, and another file, that is file2.txt, and master is pointing to the latest node or the latest commit, that is file2.txt file. Now I will do one thing. As per the image over here, I will create one more branch. So I will quickly type git branch and the branch name. The branch is created. I will check the branch. So you can see there is two branches called dev branch and master. We are currently on the master branch, that's why the star is showing over here. So this is a command that is used to create a branch. If you are not aware about how to create branches and how to work with branches in case of Git, please go back and check my previous videos on what is Git branch, and please check all the sessions that I have created for branch operations. So it will give you a clear idea what exactly you want to do it. So now I will use a checkout command to move to our new branch. So I will say git checkout dev branch, and we are moved to the dev branch now. So if I do git branch, you can see we are moved to dev branch and the star is over here. In this particular thing, now we'll create two more commits. So I will type one, or I will create one more file over here. So I will create a file called file5.txt, and I will modify it. I will again type file5.txt, I'm sorry, is created. It is done. Git status, you can see it is again untracked. Git add file5.txt, git commit, committed. So you can see this is done. I will just copy it here quickly, format it again for our records, and I will again do one more commit. So I'll just go back and show you here. So you can see master is over here, a new branch is created with file5, commit is done. I will do one more just to make sure we have some data while we do a merge operation. I will again do edit operation on this file. So I will type file6.txt and I will do insert operation, say t is created, it is done. Git status, you can see it is untracked. I'll again do git add quickly. So these are all step-by-step operations that I'm doing. So please follow all the steps to understand the process properly and don't miss any step over here. So you can see it is also committed now. I'll just copy it here and go back and paste it here. So you can see this is done. I'll just go back on my source tree and show you. So you can see master is left over here, and I have done two commits over here in the dev branch, and file6 has been made. So I will go back again and I will move to my master branch. So I will again check out. So we have switched to master branch now. If I go back to source tree, you can see the cursor is coming to master. It means it is switched over here, and I will create two more files over here. So I will again do touch file3, I believe, .txt vi file3.txt, and I will say file3.txt is created, content of the file, save it, git status, it's untracked. I will add it quickly. I'll do a git commit, committed, and you can see it is committed. I'll just copy it here. So this is the structure we are forming just to do a last commit operation. So just bear with me for some more time. So I will again quickly create one more file with file4.txt, and I will do again a edit operation on file4.txt. Say file4.txt is created. It is created. If I check the status, it is untracked. So I will just quickly stage it by typing file4.txt. It is staged now by committing now. So now we can see this last commit is also made, and we are somewhere here. Just cross check it what exactly we have done in the source tree. So you can see the master has 2 commits, dev branch has 2 commits over here, and we initially had 2 commits before creating a dev branch. Now if you see, the master branch has the last commit that is over here for the file4.txt, and the dev branch has last commit that's over here with file6.txt. Now if you see, this particular diagram is equivalent to the diagram that is shown over here with the same nodes or the same commit that is performed, master being pointing to 2A89309. If I just click on this and go over here, so you can see it is pointing to 2A89309, and dev branch is pointing to 754858. Dev is pointing to 754858. So this is the current diagram that is there. So now, as a part of a 3-way merge, as I discussed previously, what will happen is a new commit will be created over here, and this new commit will have 2 parents. One will be the last parent of the master branch, and another parent will be the last commit of the dev branch, and the master pointer will move from the last commit of the master branch to the new commit that is created along with the head. So that's it. So now we'll do a merge operation. So I will just simply go back to my master branch. So I will say checkout master. Okay, I'm already in master. That's good. I'll type merge, and I will type the branch name, that is dev branch. Hit enter. So it will ask you to enter some commit over here or some message, the commit message, that why exactly you want to do it. So I can just leave it like that. So I will just leave it. So you can see it is done, and the merge has been made by using a recursive strategy. And these are the details over here that is done. It says 2 file created or 2 file changed and 2 insertion has been made. You can see the source tree over here which says a new commit has been created, that is dot over here, which is having 2 parent. One is this parent and one is this parent. So you can see there is this last commit has been made which has 2 parents. One is the last commit of the master commit that was there, and the last commit of the dev branch that is over here. So now if you want to see it in the command prompt, I can simply go to git log and see the last commit. So you can see this is the last commit of the merge operation. So I'll just copy it and type git cat file command, hit the paste button, and I will type -p. So those who don't know how to use git cat file command, please go back and check my previous videos. I have explained each and every step how to check the file content of a particular git commit that is made using git cat file. So please go and check it. So you can see it over here. This particular commit has 2 parent. One is the 2A893099. That is nothing but over here the first parent. That if I click on this, you can see this is the last commit of the master before merge, and the other parent is nothing but 75485877. That is this one. That is the last commit of the dev branch before it was made. So now we have seen how to merge a particular branch into the main receiving branch, and this is how it is done. Now if you want, you can delete the particular dev branch. I'll go back here and I will just type git branch and the branch name which I want to delete -d. So you can see the branch has been deleted. If you go back here, there's no branch called dev branch now, and it has been done. So that's how you can create a three-way merge and merge all your changes from your new branch to your receiving branch, and this is how it happens. So thanks a lot for watching my video, and do like, subscribe my channel, keep supporting. Thank you. Bye bye.